Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope you will be fine and might be understanding the chapter 4th, that is the sorting materials into groups. Now, on page number 31, activity 6. Last time we studied about the properties of the objects on which they are classified. Which were they? Appearance, hardness, solubility, the floating and transparency. Now comes activity 6. In last session we studied about the transparency of an object. Here, as you can see in figure 4.7, experiment is shown over here. As you can see, this boy is performing an experiment. What we have to do is we have to take a piece of paper. Here, first of all, take an opaque object and try to see the tubelite. You will not be able to see. Then after, try to see it with a transparent object, and then after, try to see the same with translucent objects. Well, children, now as you all know what is transparent object, opaque object and translucent object. Let's revise the same. Transparent, that are the things through which we can see clearly, are known as transparent object. Opaque object, the objects through which we cannot see are known as opaque object. The example of transparent objects are air, water, wind. And the example of opaque objects, wood, cardboard, metals, they are the example of opaque objects. Now comes translucent objects. Translucent objects are that type of objects through which we can see but we cannot identify what is backside of that object. मतलब हमें पता तो चलता है कि नहीं, हमें दिख तो रहा है बट वी कैन नॉट मेक आउट एग्जैक्टली. That is the translucent objects. Well, to understand it very well, we have to perform an activity over here. That is activity number 6. Everybody, pencil in the hand. Page number 31, right side, last para. Take a sheet of paper and look through it towards a lighted bulb. Make a note of your observation. Now, put 2 to 3 drops of some oil and spread it on the sheet of paper. Look again towards the lighted bulb through that portion of the paper on which the oil has been spread. Do you find that the bulb is more clearly visible than before? But can you see clearly through the oiled paper? Is everything on the other side of it is visible? Perhaps not. The materials through which objects can be seen but not clearly are known as translucent. Remember the oily patch on paper when we tested food items for presence of fats. That was translucent too. Can you think of some more examples of translucent materials? Well, children, here how we can what is meant by translucent object is explained here with the help of an example. What you have to do is, as it is shown here, taking a you have to take a piece of paper and then put 2 to 3 drops of oil and spread it on the sheet of the paper. Now what you have to do is you have to look through the paper towards the light, towards the bulb. Now what is its side here? Is everything on the other side of it is visible? Perhaps not. Yes, children, everything will not be seen clearly because of the oil patches that are on the paper, because of the oily paper. So this oily paper becomes our translucent object. Am I clear, everybody? Okay, so that was about the translucent objects. And the examples of translucent objects are the muddy water. मडी वाटर जिसमें जो पानी होता है उसमें अगर बहुत सारे ऐसे कादव मिट्टी वगैरह हो तो वो पानी हमें दिखता तो है, लेकिन और पानी के अंदर नीचे क्या है वो भी हमें दिखेगा, बट दैट विल नॉट बी क्लियर टू अस. ओके. एंड द મિલ્કી ગ્લાસ એટલે જે દૂધિયો કાચ આવે ને, that is known as milky glass. Now we can therefore group materials as opaque, transparent and translucent. Paheli suggests covering the glass of a torch with your palm at a dark place. Switch on the torch and observe the other side of the palm. She wants to know whether palm of your hand is opaque, transparent or translucent. Well children, perform this experiment. You might be having torch at your home. So what you have to do is take a torch, put your palm એટલે હથેળી, put your palm on this torch, and then after you have to switch on the torch and you have to try to see whether the light is coming from the torch or not. Children, what do you think? What will happen? Our palm, the palm of our hand will act as what? Will it act as a transparent medium, an opaque medium, or a translucent medium? What do you think? Well, the palm of our hand is an opaque medium, right? We learned that materials differ in their appearance and the way they mix in water or other liquids. They may float or sink in water or may be transparent, opaque or translucent. Materials can be grouped on the basis of similarities or differences in their properties. So children, here now we have learned that materials differ. They are different in their properties, in their appearance, in their solubility, in their transparency. All these are the basic properties of the materials, and we can group these materials on the basis of their properties. Supposing, let us take the example of a mall. You might have everybody visited the mall. બધા ગયા છો ને મોલમાં? હા, તો if you have noticed there, the food items may be at one side, at one corner. In one section there may be only food items. In another section you will get the clothes. In the next section maybe the footwears, right? So that is the grouping of material based on the similarities or differences in their properties. Am I clear, everybody? Okay, why do we need to group materials? In everyday life, we often group materials for our convenience. At home, we usually store things in such a manner that similar objects are placed together. Such an arrangement helps us to locate them easily. Similarly, a grocer usually keeps all type of biscuits at one corner of his shop, all soaps at another, while grains and pulses are stored at some other place. There is another reason why we find such grouping useful. Dividing materials in groups makes it convenient to study their properties and also observe any patterns in these properties. We will study more about this in higher classes. Well children, in second last para, it is said that we group these materials for our convenience. Well children, at your home, let us take example of your books. On one side you might be keeping all subject textbooks. In one side you might be keeping all subject notebooks, and then after workbook. So this you are grouping your books into 3 sections. Am I right? Okay, if you will go in kitchen, there also you will find that your mother is placing the grains at one side. The vegetables might be kept in the refrigerator. So these are the things, this is the way to group the materials. But children, now why do we group the materials? उसको हम अलग अलग क्यों रखते हैं? So that we can easily find out that specific thing, and we can also be aware. Supposing नोटबुक आपने रखा हुआ है एक साइड पे, नोटबुक्स है आपकी, the plain notebooks without use, the unused notebooks are there, and you are taking them one by one as you are using it. Now only one notebook is remaining there in the bunch of your notebooks. So now at last, this last notebook, when you will take this last notebook, you will realize that yes, it is time to buy the new notebook. So in this manner, whenever the stock of anything is empty, we can realize that these things are to be bought now. So that will be convenient for us. So dividing materials into groups makes it convenient for us to study the properties and also to know the stocks of that specific thing. Am I clear, everybody? Okay, now comes the keywords. Hard, hard that cannot be compressed, उसको बोलते हैं hard. Insoluble, that is cannot dissolve in any liquid, that is insoluble. The example of insoluble is sand. Luster, that is shiny surface. Examples are metals, gold, silver. Material, that are any things. Metals, that is also a type of thing. Metals, the example of metals are gold, silver, iron, etc. Opaque, that are the objects through which we cannot see at all, are known as opaque substances. The example is your palm, your hand palm, table, chair, etc. etc. Wall. Rough, rough that is the thing that is not smooth is known as a rough, rough that is kharbachdu. Soluble, soluble here that is the opposite of insoluble. Soluble, that is the thing that dissolves completely in the given thing, given liquid. Translucent, translucent are that type of material through which the objects can be seen but we cannot see them clearly. That means the object through which we cannot see clearly are known as translucent objects. Then comes transparent. What is the transparent object? The object through which we can see clearly are known as transparent objects. Now moving on to page number 33. Here are the summary. Some sentences are given here. Let us read. Objects around us are made up of a variety of materials. A given material could be used to make a large number of objects. It is also possible that an object could be made of a single material or of many different types of materials. Different types of materials have different properties. Some materials are shiny in appearance while others are not. Some are rough, some smooth. Similarly, some materials are hard, whereas some others are soft. Some materials are soluble in water, whereas some others are insoluble. Some materials such as glass are transparent and some others such as wood and metals are opaque. Some materials are translucent. Yes children, what is the example of translucent material? Milky, glass, muddy, water. Materials grouped together on the basis of similarities and differences in their properties. Things are grouped together for conveniency and to study their properties. So children, that was all about the chapter number 4, sorting materials into groups. Now comes the exercise. I hope you might have understood the chapter very well, and if you are having any confusion, any query, mention it in comment box and I will try to resolve the same in the next video. Here comes the exercise. Name 5 objects which can be made from wood. Yes children, what will be the answer? Table, chair, bench, cot. और कोई चीज़ है जो वुड से बनी हुई होती है? राइटिंग बोर्ड, हमारा जो राइटिंग बोर्ड होता है जिस पे अपने नोटबुक रख के आप लिखते हो. ओके. सिलेक्ट दोस ऑब्जेक्ट्स फ्रॉम द फॉलोइंग विच शाइन. अभी इसमें से जो शाइन करता है, ग्लास बाउल दैट विल शाइन. ग्लास बाउल विल शाइन. Here glass bowl will shine, plastic toy will not shine, steel spoon will shine, cotton will not shine, cotton shirt will not shine. Now match the objects given below with the material made. Remember, an object would be made from more than one material. Given material could be used for making many objects. So children, here are some objects along with the materials. Yes, we have to decide what object is made up of which material. So first one is the book. Book is made up of paper. Then next is tumbler. Tumbler is made up of plastic. Now comes the chair. Chair is might be made up of plastic or may be made up of wood. Then comes the shoes. Shoes किस में से बनते हैं? Leather में से. Right? Even the toys sometimes are made up of glass. So am I clear everybody? Now comes the true or false. Some stone is transparent while glass is opaque. Well children, what do you think? Stone transparent होता है और glass opaque होता है. Is it true? No, it is false. A notebook has luster while eraser does not. This one is also false. नोटबुक भी शाइन नहीं करती है और इरेजर भी शाइन नहीं करता है. Chalk dissolves in water. Again false. A piece of wood floats on water. Well children, what do you think? Will wood float on water? Yes or no? No. अच्छा ये तो बताओ बोट किस में से बनती है? Boat, steamer, made up of wood. So naturally, definitely, the piece of wood will float on water. Now, moving on to page number 34. Here it is. The continuation of true or false. Sugar does not dissolve in water. Yes, children. Perform this experiment. Take a spoonful of sugar and try to dissolve it in half filled of water with glass. Half filled glass of water. क्या आएगा उसमें? डिज़ोल्व हो जाएगी ना. हाँ तो यहाँ पे तो लिखा है does not dissolve. So it gets dissolved. So the answer for this statement will be false. Oil mixes with water. Again this is false. Sand settles down in water. This is true. Vinegar dissolves in water is true. Now certain given below are the names of some objects and materials. Here let us read the names: water, basketball, orange, sugar, globe, apple and earthen pitcher. Now what we have to do is we have to group them as round shaped and other shapes and eatables and non-eatables. First of all let us group them in round shaped and other shapes. Yes, the first one is water. Water का कोई shape होता है? No, it will take the shape of whichever container we empty the water. जिस किसी पे भी आप ये पानी भर दोगे वो उसी vessel का shape ले लेगा. So water is of other shape. Basketball is round shape. Basketball का होता है ना round shape. Orange again round shape. Sugar other shape. Globe is also of round shape. Apple round shape. Earthen pitcher that is हमारा मिट्टी का पानी का मटका. Now the second point is eatables and non-eatables. उसको क्या करने का है अभी हमको? जो हम eatable है that means edible and non-edible. तो water that is yes eatable. Basketball no. Orange eatable. Sugar eatable, globe non-eatable, apple eatable, earthen pitcher again not eatable. So that was about question number 5. Now comes question 6. List all items known to you that float on water. Check and see if they will float on an oil or kerosene. Now what you have to do is you have to write down some items that floats on water and you have to see whether the same items will float on oil or kerosene. Find out the odd one from the following: chair, bed, table, baby, cupboard. Yes children, which word is different? Baby. How? Well, chair is made up of wood, bed is a wooden product and table and cupboard are also made from wood. Baby is a human being. Baby is made up of wood? No. Now comes rose, jasmine, boat, marigold, lotus. Here boat is a different word because rose, jasmine, marigold, lotus, these are flowers, while the boat is a vehicle that floats on water. Now comes aluminium, iron, copper, silver, sand. Yes children, which one is different word over here? Aluminium, iron, copper, silver, these are the metals. Sand is the different one. Now the last one, sugar, salt, sand and copper sulfate. Here copper sulfate. So sugar, salt, copper sulfate, and here sand is undissolved in water. So this was all about chapter number 4. Now we'll see you soon in next session.